Have you ever desperately wished you could simply generate professional-sounding voiceovers for all your short videos without ever having to step up to a microphone again and record the same line 100 times? Well, I have some massive news because YouTube has officially rolled out a brand new integrated AI voice generator right inside the Shorts creation editor, which is incredibly exciting. This amazing feature lets the system read aloud absolutely anything you type into the text box, all happening natively within the app itself, which sounds pretty neat on the surface, doesn't it? However, I really need you to stick with me for just a moment because I'm going to show you the exact steps to use this new tool, explain precisely why it's useful for creators like us, and detail where it currently falls quite short of expectations. And ultimately, by the end of this overview, I'll share a significantly smarter, more scalable method for building an entire library of shorts derived from your long-form content using the powerful Vizard platform. First things first, let's cover the initial setup required to actually try out YouTube's brand new text-to-speech voice generator inside the Shorts interface. You must begin by opening the official YouTube application on your device, and then you need to either record a brand new short clip directly through the dedicated Shorts camera function, or upload a pre-existing clip that you already have ready to go, perhaps some gameplay footage or an old highlight reel. Once you successfully land on that critical edit screen where all the tools are laid out, locate the text option and carefully type in whatever precise script content you want the artificial intelligence narrator to vocalize for you. This next step is actually the most important part of the process, because placing text clearly on the screen and having it simultaneously read aloud allows you to emphasize a crucial punchline, neatly summarize a key takeaway, or provide necessary context without awkwardly obscuring your main visuals. After that, you need to actively look for that small, newly introduced voice icon, which is now conveniently built directly into the standard Shorts editor environment, making it quite easy to spot. Tap that icon, and you will then be presented with a selection menu where you can choose from the currently available list of AI voices that YouTube has decided to offer its creators. Following your voice choice, you must meticulously set the precise start and end points for the generated narration so that the AI voice perfectly lines up with the corresponding on-screen text you previously established. Honestly, this entire mechanism is incredibly convenient. And for any creator who genuinely dislikes recording their own voice or simply doesn't possess high-quality microphones, this represents an instant and significant productivity boost for daily output. Now, let's dive into why this new text-to-speech feature in Shorts actually matters beyond just saving recording time, focusing on its broader implications for content distribution.
Primarily, text-to-speech functionality makes content immediately more accessible to a wider audience, particularly those viewers who prefer passively listening or who might be visually impaired.
Furthermore, a clear, immediate narration can significantly help those short clips effectively hook a new viewer within the crucial first few seconds, which is the ultimate goal of any short-form video. But, and this is a necessary reality check that we must address, a purely synthetic voice, when used in isolation, often ends up sounding entirely flat and lacking any genuine emotional connection. It serves its purpose wonderfully for delivering very quick instructions or for providing necessary on-screen captions. But to truly make a short video compelling and capture attention, you invariably need sound effects, background music, and much tighter editing cuts. These are all the little audio spices and editing nuances that are absolutely essential for holding a modern viewer's attention span throughout the entire duration of your clip. This is precisely the reason why, if your primary business goal is consistently turning your lengthy, established long-form videos into a steady stream of high-performing short clips, you absolutely should not stop your process at YouTube's built-in tool. That's the exact moment where a dedicated platform like Vizard steps in to completely revolutionize your content workflow and dramatically elevate your output quality. Vizard functions as an intelligent AI editing tool specifically engineered to automatically locate the absolute most engaging and viral-worthy moments buried deep within your full-length videos and instantly transform them into polished, ready-to-post short clips. It performs a far more advanced operation than simply adding a stock text-to-speech voice over some static text. Instead, it intelligently analyzes the entire content to select the absolute best highlights, generates a tailored script for the short, and then applies a natural-sounding voiceover that actually matches the specific tone and pacing of that particular clip. To put it concisely, this platform automates nearly all of the tedious, heavy lifting involved in short-form repurposing, thereby allowing you to pump out significantly more high-quality shorts every single week without sacrificing any creative standards. Allow me to walk you through a completely realistic, repeatable workflow that you can immediately implement starting today using this incredible system. Imagine you possess a massive 1-hour podcast recording, or perhaps a very long, detailed live stream that you know contains hidden gems you want to share with your audience in short bursts. Instead of wasting hours manually scrubbing through that entire recording, searching for those perfect moments, and then taking time to record your own narration over them, you simply upload the entire file directly into the Vizard application. The sophisticated AI immediately begins scanning the entire video file, intelligently searching for those highly viral-friendly moments, such as genuine laughs, surprising reveals, or perhaps some truly hot takes that generate discussion. The system then meticulously creates several distinct short clips based on these identified highlights. And for every single one of those new clips, it can instantly draft a concise script or a catchy caption to accompany it. Crucially, it then generates a custom AI voiceover that is intelligently designed to perfectly sync up with the specific footage and dialogue present in that newly created short segment. Following this automation, you can then take that generated short, make any minor tweaks you desire, easily add your preferred background music or specific sound effects, and use the built-in calendar to schedule its posting across all your relevant social media platforms. Essentially, you are establishing a complete, high-efficiency pipeline. Find the best parts, polish them quickly, schedule the release, and finally publish them out to your audience. If we directly compare this powerful system to YouTube's native Shorts voice generator, you see that YouTube's offering is fantastic for those quick, iterative edits done right inside the app, but it remains fundamentally limited to the Shorts environment itself. It is not designed to intelligently comb through hours upon hours of raw footage, automatically slice out the absolute best moments, produce many different clips, and then distribute them with a consistent cadence across multiple social networks. Similarly, you'll find that many other dedicated clipping tools currently on the market are either prohibitively expensive for the average creator, or they only handle the most basic trimming functions, often leaving you to perform all the subsequent editing manually. For example, while a tool like Opus Clip certainly excels at the clipping aspect, depending on your specific content goals, it can often feel like just one piece of a larger manual pipeline, rather than a truly all-in-one automated assistant. It is precisely at this point where Vizard's core value proposition becomes instantly obvious to any scaling creator. It's not merely a clipping utility, but a comprehensive automated content engine designed for volume. Now, let's maintain a level of honesty regarding the current state of AI voice quality, because that is a frequent sticking point for many potential users, and it deserves a transparent look. YouTube's native AI voices are perfectly serviceable and are undoubtedly great for those initial quick experiments, or when speed is the absolute priority, and they are currently rolling out primarily to Android users first. Early testers have reported very mixed feelings about the expressiveness and overall clarity of these synthetic voices. Some of the options, unfortunately, sound a bit too robotic, while others are surprisingly well delivered and natural to the ear. If your brand or channel demands true broadcast-grade cadence, perfect enunciation, or very specific accent control, you will almost certainly require a more sophisticated text-to-speech engine, or indeed, a talented human voice artist. Vizard attempts to skillfully bridge this noticeable quality gap by allowing the user to select specific tonalities and fine-tune the pacing of the AI reads, pairing those controlled voices with context-aware editing decisions so the final short doesn't just sound like a generic canned demonstration. However, even focusing solely on the voice and the editing sequence isn't the complete picture, because the underlying audio foundation, the audio bed, matters immensely for viewer engagement. Regardless of how incredibly smooth your primary narration might be, your short video will inevitably underperform in terms of engagement if it completely lacks any compelling background music or dynamic sound design elements. A perfectly timed beat drop, a subtle whoosh sound effect when a new caption appears, or a sharp audio stinger when a major punchline finally lands can collectively boost viewer retention metrics significantly. Vizard understands this fundamental principle, which is why it provides incredibly easy-to-use options to layer multiple music tracks and relevant sound effects that precisely match the overall energy curve of the entire clip. If you happen to be the type of meticulous creator who thrives on fine-tuning every single audio level and perfecting transition timings, Vizard makes that entire detailed process refreshingly painless and incredibly efficient. Conversely, if you prefer to remain completely hands-off regarding the music choice, you can simply allow the AI to select an appropriate musical mood that ensures the final short lands with the intended emotional impact on the viewer. Another massive advantage that sets a scalable system apart is the crucial aspect of consistent scheduling and maintaining a reliable posting frequency, which is a major pitfall for many solo creators. Posting your content in a completely random, haphazard manner will inevitably kill the momentum you've worked so hard to build up, and YouTube's basic Shorts editor simply does not solve this systemic publishing problem. Vizard's integrated auto-schedule function empowers you to define the exact cadence you want, whether that is daily, 3 times a week, or whatever frequency best suits your audience, and then it automatically posts those clips based on your defined preferences. When you couple this automated scheduling with the platform's built-in content calendar and the capability for multi-platform posting, you suddenly begin operating like a small, efficient media production machine, rather than a lone creator trying to manually remember every single post time. Now, let's talk candidly about the potential downsides, because naturally, no technology or system introduced into the market is absolutely flawless in every single aspect. If your primary creative requirement is maintaining absolute granular control over every single aspect of the final edit, these highly automated tools can sometimes feel inherently limiting because the AI's clip selection might occasionally miss a subtle, nuanced moment that you personally consider absolute gold. Furthermore, if your entire brand identity heavily depends upon the distinctive, recognizable texture of a specific human voice, then frankly, no text-to-speech engine will ever completely replicate that unique level of authentic connection. However, in practical application across various industries, teams that successfully combine Vizard's powerful automation with just a quick, final human review pass end up achieving the best possible outcome. Massive content volumes combined with that essential finishing polish only a person can truly impart. So to directly answer the main question, should you definitely be using YouTube's new Shorts voice generator in your current strategy? The answer is an emphatic yes, particularly if you are focusing on making quick, spontaneous in-app edits, or if you urgently need to implement fast accessibility features for your existing content. I highly encourage you to thoroughly test those voices, experiment with various phrasing structures, and closely monitor how your specific audience cohort reacts to these new synthetic narrations. But if your overarching goal involves genuinely scaling your content production volume from existing long videos, establishing a rock-solid steady posting pipeline, and maintaining a high production value across the board, then a comprehensive tool like Vizard will undoubtedly save you countless hours and help you post with far greater consistency. Here is one practical, actionable tip for integrating these different tools into your daily routine. Strategically mix them to maximize your efficiency across all your platforms. Utilize YouTube's built-in TTS specifically for those rapid-fire shorts that you need to create on the fly, or for quick, in-the-moment tests with an audience. Then, reserve Vizard for the heavy lifting of batch processing large volumes of long videos and systematically building out a content calendar that covers several weeks in advance. No matter which tool you use, always keep a keen ear on the final combined audio track. Make sure to manually add just a couple of key sound effects and a solid background music loop, and you will see your crucial viewer retention rates rise noticeably. For a zero-cost, no-nonsense experiment, you can start testing right this very minute. Take one longer video you've already successfully published, upload the whole thing to Vizard, let the AI extract about 6 to 8 compelling short clips, select an AI voiceover and a music mood, and then schedule them to post across your various social profiles over the next 14 days. Carefully track both the watch time metrics and the overall engagement rates on those posts. And I genuinely bet you will discover that your overall posting frequency improves dramatically while you gain more views on your older, evergreen content that might otherwise be ignored. All right, here is a rapid-fire recap before I wrap up this detailed discussion and let you get back to your creation process. YouTube's brand new built-in AI voice feature within Shorts is an undeniably handy addition to the toolkit. It's fantastic for those quick, spur-of-the-moment in-app narrations and essential for immediate accessibility needs. But remember clearly, that narration alone is never enough. Professional success demands tight, impactful editing, thoughtful sound design, and a proactive, consistent posting strategy to maximize reach. Vizard skillfully fills that precise gap by completely automating the complex clip selection, offering highly natural-feeling AI voiceovers that are contextually tailored to each clip, and crucially providing all the necessary scheduling and calendar management tools so your content gets distributed consistently. It is certainly not some kind of digital magic trick that solves every problem, but it stands as the closest practical equivalent to having a dedicated, highly efficient content-making assistant that genuinely saves significant time while effectively scaling your output without turning everything into generic cookie-cutter material. If you are genuinely interested in seeing more in-depth walkthroughs, or perhaps a live demonstration of turning a single hour-long video into an entire week's worth of optimized short-form content using Vizard, I have several videos detailing that exact process. I also feature real-world creators who have successfully utilized this exact methodology to significantly grow their channels without ever needing to hire an expensive full-time video editor for their daily needs. Please take a moment to drop a comment down below and let me know exactly what topic or specific process you would like me to cover in the very next video tutorial I produce for the community. And if you do decide to test out that new Shorts voice tool that YouTube just launched, please report back in the comments and tell us all which specific voice you preferred and, critically, what your reasoning was for that selection. Thank you so much for watching this detailed breakdown. I look forward to seeing you again in the next helpful video. And until then, happy clipping and experimenting with your new AI tools.